Hi, welcome to Late Night at the White House. I'm your host, Reagan, and here's fireworks. So the first person we'll be interviewing is Mr. Oliver O. Howard, also known as O.O. Howard. He was the head of the Freedmen's Bureau, who set out to do great things in the South during the Reconstruction. How are you doing tonight, Mr. Howard?
I'm doing great, Mrs. Reagan.
That is quite great to hear, Mr. Howard. So, how do you think you're contributing to the Reconstruction?
I believe we've done wonders for Reconstruction, all right? 4 million people, 4 million freed slaves and abandoned Southerners. Those people had nothing, but now they can go out and get an education and be provided with the skills that they need to go out and contribute to society. I mean, they can get a public education, and even slaves can go to these black colleges that we've established. We even establish hospitals so these people can get medical care.
Very interesting. So, did you see the Freedmen's Bureau ever as economically problematic?
No! Stupid question!
Well, it was sort of economically problematic. Anyways, thank you so much for coming on this interview with us tonight. We really appreciate it. Now it's time to move on to the next person we're interviewing. It is President Andrew Johnson. As you know, he was the 17th President of the United States and the President during the Reconstruction. How are you doing tonight, President Johnson?
Listen, honey, I'm doing great. Stupendous even. Absolutely wonderful. Better than you, probably. That's what I'm betting on.
That's wonderful to hear. So, how do you think you're contributing to the Reconstruction?
Well, listen here. I did the most obvious thing anyone would think of when abolishing slavery in the South, or reconstructing after that abolishment. I put the whites back in power. I mean, what else was I supposed to do? But whites here, white governors everywhere, baby. White. That's just how I roll. It's how I do it. I'm the best it's ever been.
Quite a big ego you have there. Anyways, how do you think the Reconstruction is doing as a whole? Is it having a lot of accomplishments, or is it just a major disappointment?
It's popping off. That's how I do it. It just goes and goes and goes. I mean, it works out for me at least.
So I see you're still stuck in your fantasy. Anyways, that's enough of you. Moving on to our final person we're interviewing, it is Abraham Lincoln. Sure, he's dead, but I'm sure he has a lot of opinions to say. How are you doing tonight, President Lincoln? That is wonderful to hear. So, what's your opinion on the Reconstruction right now?
Why, yes, Miss Reagan. If I could do one thing differently about Reconstruction, why, I'd probably choose a different vice president. Thank you.
That's the Reconstruction, yep. So, is there anything you wish was done differently?
Why, yes, Miss Reagan. If I could do one thing differently about Reconstruction, why, I'd probably choose a different vice president. Thank you.
Well, that was very interesting, but I'm sorry to say we have ran out of time. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you all for tuning in to the Reconstruction episode of Late Night at the White House. Make sure to grab your Give Me Liberty 3rd editions to read about the Gilded Age in the next chapter of Chapter 16. We hope you have a wonderful break, and thank you so much for tuning in.